Hey everyone, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. I made some stuff, some basic fluid extractors. Where do I put them though? I'm not really too sure. I think one is going to go in here for the rubber, and I think we're going to attach a fluid pipe on the top and then item pipe on the bottom, power to the back, and then everything should work out. And the second one I made for another assembler over here. The question is, I think the best way would be right here, and then we're going to have a fluid pipe below it. Since I've been crafting right here the cupro-nickel wires, we can craft together to get the 2x ones, which are necessary, and then we should be able, or barely able, to make the cupro-nickel blocks as well, right? At least think so. Okay, yeah, we got that, and the cupro-nickel blocks then require a assembler. This recipe is what we're going to do. And molten nickel tin, and for that we need the fluid, what was it, solidifier? Basic fluid extractor, yeah, that's what it's called, and the assembler. Here we go. I think it's exactly, oh my goodness, that's really fast, 16 tin that we need, and that's going to go in here with these guys and the silicate wool, which I kind of forgot in my chests over here. And going to get those and then see if it's actually working. I haven't checked the power cost, but I hope it's good enough. We're missing 2. Why are we missing 2 aluminosilicate wool? What happened? Where did I put them? I'm sure I completed the quest, so I should have enough, right? Did I put them somewhere? I thought they were all together in one chest, and I drew them out of here, but there wasn't any left, is there? I think they might be in some of my chests. I just don't know which of them, and I have quite a lot of them as well as some drawers. Here we go. That actually took quite some time. Economy of scales is everything I can say there. Making things in bulk really helps. So let's get that going. Quest complete. Finally. Okay, this stuff or that stuff? I'm not quite sure. I'm not too sure what the duct tape does, therefore I'm just going to leave it there. EPF infos, high-speed charcoal. That's something I already saw. That's something we might look into for the charcoal production, because then we wouldn't need to worry about the liquid that comes out of this and could potentially clog them up. Then again, we are also missing out on the liquid, the creosote, and therefore on the basic combustion generators. But I think first things first, I should figure out how I actually set the EPF up. You know, whoever's writing the GregTech wiki really needs to learn how to cut things short, because I'm not going to sit there reading through things for hours when I could be playing GregTech, so please put a short version in the wiki. I'm not gonna read it all because I am way too lazy. I wanna have fun in this mod pack and not just read for hours. That does not seem right. Is that a chunk border? No. Why are you blue and the other ones aren't? Why is there something missing here? Because I have it in my inventory. Maintenance hatch. Okay. Let's retry the multi-block maybe? Now, let's take that and there we go. Please, everything's green now. Good. Do you know how it's working? I have no idea. Why is it red? That is something that's worrying me, but I don't know what exactly this means. So, yeah, sure. Probably something I can do about it. Should probably further read, but let me figure this out on my own. I read up on maintenance. I think I have a maintenance. Where do I even have a maintenance hatch? I think I just placed that over here. I know that I got the message, pipe is loose, so I think I insert a wrench. I don't, no, click with tool to repair. Click. Oh, what did I do? That didn't help though. Please work. I don't know what I'm doing, I just read it. Oh, that fixed it, that fixed it. Okay, now I gotta go through some things. I need a screwdriver. Probably just every single tool I can find. Figured it out. So actually just need to left click in there, then it consumes some durability and it will work. And I think those are the only tools I can currently use. And I hope no circuitry burned out, because that is an issue I currently can't. Great. I thought so. Okay, we then have to make a soldering iron. I suppose this won't work, right? We can't even do that, so no, that won't work. How to do, though? Rock salt always struck me as one of the most useless things you can find, and now I actually need it for lithium. So I actually have to find it, and I've been looking. I've really been looking quite a bit, like all the way up here, and nothing was there. So I'm currently going down here, but I should probably get back up on this way, right about there, because now the mushroom biome is shrinking, and I think I did some mining up there, so it's probably time to head back there and try to find it, because I have no idea where it is. Found the rock salt as well as the lepidolite, I believe it's called, but my pickaxe is broken. I only have one torch left, pretty much out of hunger, and I didn't bring as many items as I would have liked. First of all, lighting this up, and then I have to repair my pickaxe. Still have a little bit of iron in here, and I always bring my toolbox anyways. So other than the torches, I should be able to gather quite a bit of the stuff. Whole lot less than I expected. Even the salt is not very much, but the lepidolite, and the spodumene is the main things that I need. I still have my pickaxe broken, need to get home around now, and the stuff is currently despawning, as you can see. So I've been mining one more layer downwards to get some of the spodumene. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'll look it up in a second, but we need that for lithium, so let's get out of here and process it. Currently processing the lepidolite, I think I said it correctly this time, as well as the other stuff, and it's pretty loud, therefore I'm also processing a little bit of stuff that is still in here, for example my rubber, and rubber we have. It's a lot of rubber we have. I actually changed out the ingot mold for a plate mold. I don't know which we are going to need more, but probably a lot in its liquid form to put it in the basic assembly machine right here, but therefore we have the fluid extractor over here, and currently just waiting on the lepidolite process, and then we also need to construct a electrolyzer. Water and and you could read it. Water and electricity is something about being fun, so before I get down there into the noise machine, let's actually claim the quest. It should be somewhere in here, molten redstone, no that's not it, right here, and using the power of electricity, you can get even more out of your dust. I hope I don't actually need water. I know there will be liquids, and I hope I can get them out of there by just breaking the machine. So let me quickly install it. Is there some kind of toolbox? Because if I'm looking for a tool, I have around 35 pages. Because the main thing I want to store would be the GregTech tools that I constantly have to carry around with me in order to configure stuff like pipes, or configure my conveyors, something like that, disconnecting pipes, connecting pipes, and all of that. For that I need all of these tools. Then it would be very helpful to have a backpack in general for these tools I carry around right here, and then it would be very helpful to also always carry around a bucket with me. So my inventory is getting pretty filled up just with tools that I have to carry around, as well as the tool station, some iron, as well as some torches is something I carry around as well. And the minus backpack and the diggers backpack is actually there to relieve me of some of my storage needs. Was that a proper sentence? I don't think that made a lot of sense. But to actually give me more space, but it's just taking up more space since I usually don't carry around any cobblestone or any ores. Actually, what is in there? Garnerite. Do I need that? I don't think I currently need that, but I believe that was for the nickel. So I'm currently on my way to processing my impure red stuff. Yes, pink stuff, yeah, pink stuff. Let's just call it the pink stuff, and therefore I just quickly do that. I always come over here, that's why the entire river has been drained quite a bit, and looks pretty ugly, because the other nearby rivers have already been entirely drained, and they just look empty right now, and this one is the only one I have left, or at least the nearest one. Oh, I kinda didn't read here, because we need not like 32U, we need 120U per tick. Is that 32 volts? I really don't get how the power conversion is between amps and volts. and the EU per tick, because this is clearly not working, but I have to get lithium somehow, some way, maybe through the other ore. So let's maybe process that first, and maybe I'll be able to process that in the electrolyzer. Or I just hooked up something completely wrong, and therefore we don't have any power in here. Connected up all of the wires, so we don't have individual wires anymore. We have, okay, let's get out of here. We have basically just one wire connected to all of the generators and to all of the machines, but this still is not working. I might be doing this entirely wrong, but I really don't see why. I think I produced this stuff. I don't need it. Do I? Do I need it? I'm not too sure. Well, I changed out the lipidamite for the spodumene. Spodumene. Yes, that's what I said before. And even changed around this. We have one basic combustion generator hooking into this side, one basic one hooking into the back, one basic one hooking into this side, and one onto the bottom. The wire is only 1 block long, so the stuff that we currently have in it, this dust, actually only requires, I believe, around 90 U per tick to run, which we should totally have, I would think, since every single one of these, I believe, puts out 32 volts and 1 ampere. So I have no idea what the correlation between ampere and volts is, and I really don't know why this isn't working and if I can even get it to work. So until I figure that out, it might hold us up, and since this episode is pre-recorded quite a bit, I probably won't be able to get your guys' input until the episode after next one, probably. So it will probably put this project on hold just for a little bit. So now that that project is put on hold for just a little bit, we can attend to other things that I should do, like a ore processing machine, which would be quite important since I'm currently processing most of my ores with this macerator. I have to get it out of here, all of it, put into forge hammer, wait until it's forge hammered. At least we have this automated a little bit, but then I have to take it out of here again, occupy my smelter, and during all of that time I can't interact with my macerator, I can't interact with my forge hammer, nor can I smelt anything. So it would be really useful to create all of these machines again and set them up in a row like right here. Made all of the machines and even put them into proper order. I hope this is going to work. I'm not too sure, but I think I figured something out right here. I believe that if I click right here, it's going to connect to the chest. It's not doing it. Here? Yes. Okay, that was working. Yeah, that's something I figured out. So I'm progressively getting better with GregTech piping. And I only made one combustion generator. I'm afraid this is not going to be enough power. But I'm going to test it either way. Just going to hook it up somewhere over here. We should have some liquids running somewhere right here. Let's maybe bring the liquids up instead of the power. I brought some bronze fluid pipes so we can actually get it up here. But I'm pretty sure I didn't bring... No, I did. So let's place that here. Connect it up. And then we should have some cable too. Great. And then let's also take a small one. So I have to make more of those, or I might actually have them in my chests. Let's do that for now though. I'm also aware that I don't need the very thick cabling, but I'm using it anyway because I don't even know why. It's not that much harder to make and it looks more strong and like I could use it multiple times. So let's take just a little bit of this. It's not supposed to be smelted. I'm not sure if it can. Let's actually take a normal ore. Got some cassiterite since we need to process that anyway, and we have a lot of ores that we still need to process, but let's give this a try now. So we're going to have our input chest right here, and then our output chest is right here. I still need to fix up some of the background, and maybe let's just quickly get this going because it's going to take 20 seconds. So I'm going to see if everything can work simultaneously when all 3 machines are running, which is my main concern. And maybe potentially we have to add one more combustion generator. Oh, and I also brought this, need my wire cutter, and then we should be good. Currently, everything appears to still be working, even though the forge hammer isn't actually working full time. So that is good to see, good to know, good to see. I already said that. Is everything working though? Yes, we are getting tin from cassiterite ore. So I'm going to get the rest of the cassiterite ore since we actually have a little bit more of it. And I probably have to farm some iron right about now since we're getting really low on that as well. And I've also been firing up the blast furnaces again, so there might be some pollution in this area, but we really need to get our steel supply back going since we had 600 before, and now we're down to 104. So yeah, really gotta get back on that. However, besides the steel, we're really looking good. We have a stack of circuits which made this entire thing really simple, and making these wasn't fun, wasted a lot of resources, I'm aware, but making all of the other machines right in this room was really just a breeze. And since I had steel at that point as well, it was much more of a breeze. Now, however, we are running out of steel. And since I'm too incapable of getting the EBF running, which has to do with this right here, not understanding the power correctly, we're kind of at a holdup. But I believe the next thing we should do would be to automate the blast furnaces over here with some cabling. It shouldn't be too hard since I already know my cabling. I just have to see how I hook up to these blast furnaces. This is pretty peculiar. It's only extracting the tiny piles of dark ashes for whatever reason. I can't interact with it now that there's the conveyor module on there, or whatever it's called, conveyor something. I can't interact with it now, and for whatever reason it's not pulling out the steel, but only the other stuff, the tiny piles. And I tried basically every single setting. I went through there, had the chat on, had the chat off. It doesn't work, so I'm going to leave it as see if at some point we're getting some steel in here, and if not, then we have an issue. Since I can't really work on the blast furnace, I actually tended to something else. I've been processing my sphalerite that I got from the nether over here because we need gallium, I believe, for a quest over here. And gallium we get from the thermal centrifuge and the zinc, sphalerite, this stuff. So we actually have to hook this back up, and therefore I made a few combustion generators. Not too sure how I'm going to hook these up, but probably something like this, and then I just need to connect them with a little bit of liquid. Let's see. So everything should be hooked up. This is looking very weird now, so we maybe should hit out that and get a red block down there. Let's put it in, hope that it works. Yes, okay. I at least understand the power system a little bit. Still can't get this going. There might be the idea, maybe let's check how much energy this consumes, and I can currently do that right now. I just have to press one button. So am I actually doing the right thing is the question. No, I'm not. So let's take this back out. How much power did that consume though? I didn't look because I was doing the wrong thing. Thermal centrifuge, 48, and each of these has 32, so theoretically 2 should be enough the way I calculate it, which is entirely wrong. So maybe I can deduce the right way to calculate it from then? I have no idea, but this is definitely wrong. So I believe I need to do something about this to get my gallium going. I know what I'm doing now, and I have to take this out and actually run it through over here. Okay, that's going to take a little while. So I actually have to put it back into the forge hammer and then purify that stuff, or rather shove it into a cauldron. Got the sphalerite dust all cleaned, and I believe now it actually has to be stuffed into an electrolyzer, so it's a good thing that I made it. I still don't quite understand the energy system, but I know that it requires less energy than the other stuff. So let's just replace that over here, and let's stuff it in there again. It always takes a second until you can access the GregTech machines, which is something that has always been that way. And I'm going to see if we're actually getting what we're supposed to. And I believe that's just 30 U per tick or something like that. Yeah, 30 U per tick. So our other operation was 90 U per tick. So this is actually 3 times cheaper. And I believe it's a percent chance. So there might not be any in the first few runs. Here we go. That's already more than enough gallium than we need for the quest. No, it's not. We actually need 9. So we just need 1 dust, and then we have to attend to arsenic dust, which I don't know. What do we even need this stuff for? Because there's no more steps to this. It's probably in here somewhere. and there's probably also the explanation on how to get it. I just quickly read over it, like searching for keywords, and spell right, I just saw there, so I'm probably doing things right, but should probably read up how I'm getting the arsenic dust. I thought I would try it anyway, so the spodumene doesn't work still, so we probably have to hook up a few more of the basic combustion generators, and we can definitely easily put 2 more on this, one on the top, one on the bottom. The rest will be rather difficult putting any more of them, at least straight on the machine, so we're just going to leave that there and craft our gallium dust. Gallium dust. I think I said it correctly the second time, so here we go. That's one part of the quest. I don't have to process the rest of the sphalerite. I think I'm going to get more zinc out of it then, because I'm only getting half the zinc out of every zinc purified sphalerite dust, so I'm not going to continue doing that. Also, I've been processing quite a bit of tin, and we still have a lot in here. Cassiterite gains a lot of tin, so I'm going to have that running for quite some time, but we're currently running out of iron, so that's something I gotta attend to next, and make a few more of these combustion generators. Last attempt at getting this working for this episode, so let's hook the lower one back up, as well as the upper one right here. That is 4 of these guys, 5 of these guys hooked up to this machine. Still not enough power. Okay, now I'm slowly starting to give up. I don't know what we're doing, or what we can do to get this thing working, because that's a lot of power. That's a real lot of power, and this is the cheapest method of obtaining it, so this should work. Do I need some cells maybe? Let's quickly look it back up. Nope, no cells required, just 90 EU per tick. I don't know. I'm going to experiment with that maybe a little bit, wait on your answers. And for now, that is it from this one. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you next time.